Now that the Bitcoin halving is complete, is it possible that the BTC price could be due for a plunge deep down into the crypto abyss? Let's dive in and analyze. What is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Crypto Kirby here, your cryptocurrency expert, back with another edition of the daily live stream. Today we're going to discuss the Bitcoin price and the action inside the chart right now. My friends, the halving has come and the halving has went, and right now we've got bigger fish to fry, because here, in my opinion, Bitcoin still finds itself at one of the most critical regions inside the chart that we've seen in years. And with Moonboy, over-exuberant, bullish hopium dreams still running amok inside this market, we have to discuss the possibilities here of, hey, if this does in fact break down, where could our targets potentially be? And if this is actually a dip that winds up recovering, my friends, what could potentially happen here if we break through this critical resistance? So as a full-time trader, I'd like to discuss with you my strategy, my game plan, and how I plan to crush this market right now in the immediate term. So without any further ado, you guys already know the deal. If you like these daily crypto videos and nightly live streams, smack that thumbs up button, click the subscribe, tick the little bell. And let's get this crypto. Moon the likes, ladies and gentlemen. Moon them up. All right. So we'll begin with our Bitcoin technical analysis. And of course, before we begin, this is not investment advice. This is not trading advice. These are only my own opinions, ideas, and speculative hypotheses on the market. Always do your own research and your own due diligence before investing or trading, as this market is extremely high risk, and I am not your financial advisor. I will never tell you what to do with your trades or investments. That being said, let's begin right here on the one-day time frame for Bitcoin. Now, clearly, my friends, we saw that the price respected this downward sloping channel of which we've been in since our blow off top at 14,000. Okay, now I have a rough area here drawn, right? You could draw this downward sloping channel in a number of ways, but the real gist here, my friends, is just to understand that compared to the last two halvings, this market structure is not the same as what we saw in the prior two, right? In these two here, we saw that we were on an upward sloping trajectory on a macro view. On this one, we are on a downward sloping macro trajectory, okay? That's the big takeaway here. And the other takeaway is that we got up into that area here, this red box where we saw multi-month support flip into new resistance twice before double topping, leading to an absolute and utter capitulation for the price. We've now recovered, climbed back up into this area here, and are being met with resistance once again. Now we get into the interesting stuff, my friends, because this is, for me, make or break for Bitcoin. If Bitcoin cannot hold its support above roughly the $6,500 range, the $6,400 range, anywhere in here, my friends, we could be due for some absolute and utter devastation inside this market, which we will discuss further in just a moment. But right now, Bitcoin has been doing some very interesting things here, to say the least. Of course, we should all know, if you are subscribed here, Hickory Dickory Doc, Don Carbonaccio wound up shorting the absolute top. Shout out to my VIPs. You guys know that I did get in a short position there right at the top, anticipating that, hey, these moon boys may have gotten a little over exuberant. This price may be overextended and we could be due for an absolute heinous drop. We did get just that. And my friends, just to keep you updated here, I did close my position now for my short for absolutely gigantic and juicy profits, roughly 11% on that close. My final close there, roughly around 11% again. And now I am looking for more trading opportunity. So let's get into what's happened here, okay? We had our dump, and we actually had a large fake out rally going into the halving, okay? It may not look like much now, but when you take the measurement there, it's over 13% to the upside. That is actually what led me to close out my short position. If we actually use a triangle here, I just want to point out that we were here on the 4-hour time frame, essentially in what looked like a symmetrical triangle breaking out to the upside, right? We had broken the downward sloping resistance to the upside with 2 candles there. If we put on our RSI here, we could see that we also had a bullish divergence there, right? Descending price action lows, ascending RSI lows, right? We had that divergence and the breakout. My friends, I closed my short position upon that break. I actually even speculated briefly with a long in there. I have exited that trade right now as we have moved back into equilibrium, and now we are awaiting for another large move. So right now I am in no trades, okay? And the reason for this is that this range here, look at it. Chop, 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 chop. Tons of traders get wrecked in the chop, okay, because it's very unpredictable and it moves in both directions. So longs get liquidated, shorts get liquidated, stop loss hunting galore inside this range. But if we actually, look at this from a macro perspective, I mean, structurally, my friends, this does look like it could be a bear flag to the downside. And if this is in fact to occur, let's just take a brief target. We'll move it from this ultimate breakdown point. Okay, we'll actually just go right into the middle here to keep it realistic. If we drag this over to the potential breakdown spot, I mean, it lines up almost perfectly, my friends, with my green box of potential support here. Let's zoom out just so we get an idea. And that box for me is right around 7,500. You guys can see here we have a ton of historic price action around that range. It would be borderline normal / expected, in my opinion, for us to get rejected here, potentially look to backtest down towards the $7,500 region before then looking to potentially retest in this region once again for our ultimatum. Of course, that none of that needs to occur. That's just a speculative extrapolation on my end. But you could see structurally, this really looks like we were supposed to get some resistance here, right? And we did. So now what I'm saying is that there's not much in terms of historic action consolidation inside this middle range now until we get back to the top of that box. It also coincides with this potentially becoming a bear flag here on the 4-hour time frame. But my friends, right now, we must understand we were oversold on the 4-hour. We are climbing out now. The MACD histogram looks like it could potentially be gearing up to turn back over into some bullish momentum there, right? But the big takeaway here, my friends, is that the micros right now, the micro time frames, meaning for me, really the 1 hour, 4 hour, and the daily, I think it's going to be very hard to be judging trades off of these in the next few days, purely because there is still a lot of euphoria and hype and excitement in the space right now surrounding the halving, right? And this is when things get a little nutty, right? And this is why we're getting such a heinous, choppy range here. The indecision inside this market right now is absolutely gigantic. And from these types of periods in the market, we can presume that some potentially life-changing trading opportunity is likely going to come out of this range in the short term, whether that's down or up. For me right now, this trend is on the brink of a macro defying move, right? And what I mean by that is we're either going to rip through this huge resistance and potentially really begin this bull run, or, my friends, it's possible that we might drop through some very critical levels here and really confirm that the bear market is still very much underway, and we could be due for another capitulation-esque event. Let's get this crypto. So now let's discuss the likelihood and see if there's any validity to seeing which direction that this could possibly go. All right. So like I said, the intradays and the single day are probably going to be very difficult here in the coming days. So we're going to go out to the weekly now. We have to understand the weekly candle body closed at resistance where we expected. Right now we are trading below it. If we flip on our moving averages here, we right now are clinging onto the 50-week moving average right now at the time of recording. Very good and healthy, as well as we are still trading solidly above the 21-week moving average. Both of these are still healthy, potentially healthy for the bulls, in my opinion, right? And of course, this one is lagging more so than the others because it's much longer term, but we do have this 200-day looking to potentially get up into confluence with my green box here, which is my area of potential support anywhere from 7,500 down to 6,400-ish. Right now, that 200-week moving average is at 5,800. If we can see it creep up into this range, my friends, that would be a beautiful and glorious occurrence, because throughout Bitcoin's history, it has yet to really break and close below the 200-week. So, I mean, of course, past performance does not indicate future results, but this would be a very, very potentially bullish occurrence here to see this 200-week move up into confluence with this green box here to potentially support the price in the event that Bitcoin continues to break down. And then it could potentially be the squeezing points here where Bitcoin gets coiled up here, right? Coiled up into a pennant here, right? Which then, my friends, actually could start to look like a bull flag, right? Or just a pennant in general. But if we look at this monster move here, basically forget about this noise, this capitulation due to the global health uncertainty. It could wind up looking like a gigantic bull flag, which is then supported by a long-term 200-week moving average. And then, my friends, we could potentially look to break out above this downward sloping resistance line, get to a new higher high, and then actually look for targets up towards our all-time high of 20,000. Let's get this crypto. That's the more bullish look, okay? But now you're probably wondering, but Kirby, why did the thumbnail say that a crash could occur? We're going to discuss this right now, okay? But before we get into that, my friends, if you are appreciating this content here, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It really helps the algorithm in the channel, so please smash that thumbs up. My friends, if you could leave a comment as well, say anything, thanks Kirby, happy halving Kirby, let's get this crypto, whatever you want. And if you're brand new to the channel, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell, select all, and let's get this crypto. Welcome to the house that Don Carbonaccio built. Sheesh. Okay, so my friends, now, you all know that I just told you that I closed my short position for an absolutely juicy gain. And my friends, if you're not already in my VIP is where I'm going to be posting all of my trade setup ideas moving forward here, exclusively in VIP. So if you want to see all of my trades just like this one where I wound up shorting the top around 10,049, my friends, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. You can either continue to pick moonberries on the side of the road with Average Joe and James at the water cooler, eating them moonberry pies at the county fair with little James. Or my friends, you can decide that you're going to get your cake and eat it too, like Don Carbonaccio. So that being said, my friends, I look at this market like a realist, and if you want to see exactly how I'll be setting up my next trades, where I'm looking to enter, exit, take profit, etc., my friends, I will see you in VIP right now after this video. Let's get this crypto. Now, moving forward here, with the potential decline, what we need to understand is the biggest bearish factor for me here is the structure, okay? And that structure is obviously this downward sloping resistance line, which not only happened at our blow off top at 14,000, but it actually extends all the way back there to our top at 20,000, right? We could see that it's very, very close in confluence with all of this. So we have this downward sloping potential resistance line there. If we use our Fibonacci tool here, we could see, my friends, that Bitcoin touched, let's actually get back to the regular scale here. Bitcoin went right up to the 0.618 golden Fibonacci extension target and got rejected. This is so significant because we saw on the last parabolic run that Bitcoin had, it also kissed the 0.618 before getting rejected into a full-blown market cycle, right? And what is a market cycle, you may ask? Well, my friends, let's just pull this up right here. One of my favorite things to look at, the Wall Street cheat sheet psychology of a market cycle. It's when you get overly euphoric and then you pop back down to the average or the mean price. And my friends, that is exactly what we saw on Bitcoin happen not only back in 2017, but then here again in 2019. And my friends, is it possible that it could happen here again in 2020? I do certainly think it's a possibility, and this has already tapped and been rejected at the exact area of which it's happened in the past. Let's get this crypto, mix it up into the pot, that we have this huge huge area of macro resistance, which could essentially become the unbreakable ceiling here for the Bitcoin bear market. And until this is broken and closed up upon above this $10,500 region, I have a very hard time believing that the Moonberry pie is going to, prevail here, my friends. For me right now, I'm still under the impression that until proven otherwise, Bitcoin is still in control of the bears, and that all focus for me right now is going to be either on a break of this region or a newfound support within my green box here. And if we see this go down into the green box, come back up, create another lower high, still respecting this downward sloping resistance line, even if it's not perfect, right? Because I'm sure, oh, Curry, it broke the downward sloping resistance line. It doesn't even really matter about the line, little James. What matters most is that we get above this box, because if we go anywhere in here, close here and continue down, my friends, the downward pressure for me is still so much that this range here on the bottom becomes what could potentially become the trap door, that if we lose the support, we could be due for another capitulation-esque event, especially if we lose these weekly moving average tentative supports here of the 50 and the 21. As I've already stated, we are right now at the time of recording trading right at that 50-week moving average right now. We are still flush above the 21. If we are to lose these supports, then backtest them into them as new resistance, my friends, the probability for a potential capitulation certainly increases at that point in time. For me, let's get this crypto. Let's go over to the monthly. I just really want to give a macro perspective here, my friends, okay? Because like I said, we're in a we are in an equilibrium chop right now on the intradays, right? Let me just show you that again. Intraday chop right here. Currently, I'm not trading this exact range. Right now, the Don is formulating his strategy for the breakout of this range, my friends. I'm looking to potentially crush this market and get this crypto, crushing it like a 2-ton man on a tuna fish can. Like I said, if you want to see all of my trade setup ideas in real time, just like this one where the Don shorted the top, my friends, I'll see you in VIP right now after this video, but I digress. Let's go back into the chart. So if we are going to see that it's not so much about this range right here, it's more so about what happens up here and down there. Let's go out to the monthly time frame and see if we can get any ideas here, okay? Right now, we could see that we are finding support upon this 21 monthly moving average, also very good. Let's flip on our Heikenashis. I like to look at those on the monthly. This is more of a moving average than it is a regular candle. On the plus side, right? Very bearish candle down. Then, even though this was a red candle here, right? It is a doji, my friends. And this on the Heikenashi can signal a potential reversal. Albeit we're early in this month right now, but seeing a green candle here above that support range, right? The green box, doji into a green monthly candle above the box, above that 21-month moving average is possibly bullish construction occurring in front of us. Let's get this crypto. But again, it all depends on breaking this range, right? And not falling below this one. I'm just simply pointing out that this could be some bullish constructive candlestick action. Let's get this crypto. My friends, right now, I hope you see that it's time to shine. We have many moon boys frantic in here. A hope and a prayer right now that since they FOMO'd in, bought the top, right? Right now, many are either at break even or at a small loss or a small gain, hoping and praying with their fingers crossed right now. Kirby, I need it to go to the moon. I need it to go to the moon. My friend, hopes and prayers, dreams, all of that doesn't really fly in trading. That's why right now, the Don is preparing to strike like a cobra out of the grass and get this crypto when I see that next trading opportunity arise. My friends, right now, I'm watching this market, every candlestick like a hawk with an eagle eye, preparing to strike and get this crypto. You know what they say, ladies and gentlemen, float like a butterfly, sting like a bee. How about you navigate like a cobra and strike like the Don. So here we are, my friends, inside the belly of the beast. I think we are only either hours or days away from an absolutely either catastrophic decline or an absolutely explosive breakout. And little James, don't give me that garbaggio. Oh, Kirby, so you're saying it can go up or it can go down? My friend, this is a trading market. This isn't a crystal ball prediction. I think I've outlined very in depth here my thoughts on the upper range here in this market and my thoughts down here on the lower range. And right now, you could see why I'm not personally in a position, but I'm strategizing around the clock for when we do happen to break out of this equilibrium chop. And if you exactly want to see how I'll be setting up my plays for that range, my friends, I will truly see you in VIP right now after this video. Today is the day. It's time to transform yourself from average Joe into savage Joe. Let's get this crypto. Sheesh. I'll see you in VIP right now after this video. So, right now, my friends, the halving hype is starting to give way here, in my opinion, although this doesn't necessarily have to be the end. If we take a look at one last thing here, we still are on this parabolic uptrend trajectory, right? Still creating these higher lows. It's very possible that Bitcoin could look to potentially run up and break through this resistance. It's all very possible, but right now, just keep in mind, we're stuck in an equilibrium. Many are going to take that trip to Wrecked City. They're going to get burned, my friends. Many are. What the Don is strategizing for right here is looking for a play that I perceive to have a high potential reward with a low amount of risk, with a high probability of success when we get out of this range here. So I'm looking to crush it to the best of my ability. And like I said, if you want to see exactly how I'll be setting up my trades for this region, for potentially life-changing trading opportunity when we break out of here, my friends, I'll see you in VIP right now after this video, okay? Let's get this crypto. So one last time, my friends, if you could leave a thumbs up here for the algorithm, it really helps the channel and I so would appreciate it. And if you could leave a comment, my friends, anything, even if it's just one character, I don't care, say happy halving, right? Anything you'd like. It helps the algorithm. Thank you. And if you are brand new, I mean, you probably have already, but if you haven't, don't forget to hit that subscribe button, tick the little bell and select all. That will give you all of my notifications when I upload these analyses here nearly on a daily basis. Welcome to the channel. Let's get this crypto. Do it for the algorithm, my friends, but more importantly, do it for the Don. My friends, time is ticking here on this next potential move here, in my opinion. Don't take that trip to Wreck City with Average Joe and James at the water cooler. It's not time to be puffing on that hopium, eating moonberry pies at the county fair. All right, it's time to look at this market like a realist and prepare to crush it and get this crypto. My friends, I'll get back to my VIP right now. I'll see you all in VIP, my friends, and until next time, be safe, be happy, be healthy. It's your boy, Crypto Kirby. Peace and love, my friends. Curbs.